Give him a round of applause, y'all. So next up, we've got Val Bercovici with Qlik. I've gotten to know Val over the course of the last year, and with your permission, I'd like to ask all of you to take a look at this one. It's near and dear to my heart. Val Bercovici with Qlik.
Thank you so much. Qlik is something, as Andrew mentioned, that I'm humbled by the team we've put together. Many of them are here. We did double duty to help get this conference and this community that we're so proud of launched and up and running. And Qlik is a very bold, very ambitious idea that has been developed over trial and error for about 5 years now. Karthik knows, he's been there from almost day one. And Andrew, we're gonna run an experiment here because these slides were developed on Google Slides and we're displaying them on PowerPoint. So they may not render the way we expect them to, but we can switch. I think we've had the pleasure of Jeff from Stanford and all sorts of other advisors here. We've got obviously Greg and Andrew and Jared. We've had a really strong consultative advisory board help us frame the real market problem as we see it right now. And that's the fact that although social media has become a global habit for billions of people, and I think we got the latest figures from Jeff, it was even higher than the number I'll show you a bit later on, 4.x billion people, that habit is actually not turned into a very fair, and that's being kind, it's been an abusive, hostile income stream, a trickle of an income stream for the main people that contribute the value to social media, the creators. 200 million self-identified content creators. And if you can read this slide here, we're looking at literally pennies, at best single-digit dollars, for individual pieces of content. And we've come to accept this. This has just been the winner-take-all, thank you, Stephanie, the winner-take-all Web 2 economic model. And it's easy when we look at it objectively here. This is a very timely Andreessen Horowitz report that was just released, I believe, this week. It's gotten a lot of attention on Twitter and on LinkedIn because it calls this out just so bluntly. And this is not acceptable. Now, here is why we're all in the room and why we are talking about NFTs so much. NFTs insanely, dramatically change this economy. We go from pennies or single-digit revenue for these works of art, these creations by the creators, to tens of thousands of dollars on average. That's why this is getting attention by people. But it's not easy to make the leap at all as a creator from Web 2 here to Web 3 there. We've just launched our company. We're very proud of this Herculean effort over the past year to get it launched today. And on our new website, sharetaqlik.com, we have a white paper, of course, as you'd expect. And on that white paper, we go to great detail to document the enormous friction that these creators have. Technical friction, financial risk, complexity, to just be able to take their artwork, be able to sell it, basically. You know, I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible from the creator's perspective. There are dozens of steps with fragmented tools and platforms, with various levels of technology complexity and financial risk at each step of the way before a creator can even begin to try and capture some of that very attractive revenue. And that's the friction that we solve. And here's why it matters. It's hard for me, when I take a macro view of the current Web3 industry, to call our wonderful, young, promising industry anything but the nichest of niche markets. So our affectionate term that we coined last night is from an actual user perspective, and again, the numbers are hundreds of thousands versus billions, the number of active users in this space, and we know this is our problem as an industry, we just need to get more people using our technology and solutions. It's a pimple on the face of the social media landscape, right? It's just tiny. We tried to draw it to scale here, and I think we didn't quite get it right yet. So what is the mission of Qlik? It's, and I'm going to read this out because we spent a lot of time crafting this message, to make it easy to support and benefit, all of us benefit, from the content that we love. We love this content that we're engaging with, whether it's friends content that we follow, professional content, we're doing it right where we already are. So here's our fundamental difference from OpenSea, which is a great company, great product, looks rare, lots of NFT marketplaces. We're an unmarketplace because we bring NFT functionality right where you are, to social media, to Instagram, to TikTok, to Twitch, YouTube, etc. Very, very different philosophy. Much easier to onboard people if you don't ask them to change habits or change where they've already invested their time and attention. Now, here's how it works, and it's almost too simple to describe, as you'll see. Everything that's possible to be automated, and I mean everything, is automated. Which means that as a creator, what do you do on social media? What do you sometimes hesitate because of the plagiarism concerns and so forth? But you post content. With Click, what do? You just post content. You don't post it to Click. You post it where you already are, to Instagram, to TikTok, to your social media. What do you do as a fan? You don't go to a different network to like something, you just like it. You like the content, you share the content, you comment on the content and so forth. And that's exactly how Click works in the background. It accounts for everything you post is automatically minted as an on-chain NFT. So millions upon million, I think the figure that I saw last is 96 million posts per day happen on Instagram. And that is well below what we can do. We can do 1 million posts per second at a fixed low cost on-chain to be minted. We're a layer 2 optimistic rollup for the geeks in the room, NFT rollup, but we basically mint everything. We don't know what it's worth, but at least the provenance, as we heard in some of the legal discussions, is already established for all content online. And here's something that I just found out in talking to Alexandra yesterday, it could be a whole separate company, is the fact that we put all the likes and comments and shares on chain. And I'll talk to you about why that matters in a little bit with regards to our token economy, but we basically have verified engagement on social media. So Elon's bot problem doesn't exist in our marketplace. Every action is verified. So yes, there's going to be fraud, and we have anti-fraud solutions based on our technology to fix that. And the only explicit action, and we'll try to attempt to show a video as well in this slide deck, the only explicit action you take that's not fully automated, because we don't want to automate what you buy, that's your decision, is when you choose to buy content online, you simply share it to our companion app on your phone, and it's an Amazon-style one-click checkout because everything's already pre-registered. We know the content creator, we know the fans who engaged, we know who you are if you've already given us your credit card info because we don't require crypto. Mainstream people haven't bought their first Bitcoin or Ethereum yet. They don't have their own wallet yet, even on Coinbase. And so we come to where they are. We don't force them to come to us. That's it, it's a one-click checkout. And this is very revolutionary because what this does now is this finally creates maximum distribution for artists. Creators have always wanted to distribute their content fully, liberally over social media. And what happens when they do that? In the past, it's just been inundated by bots and scams and fraud, and now with NFTs, it's literally theft, plagiarism. Your content can so easily be copied, pasted, sold as a verified collection by OpenSea as an NFT, and you would be none the wiser unless you hire Tracer or other solutions that would actually even alert you that that's happening, right? It's insane out there. So what we do is everything that's posted naturally, organically by the creators within social media, if they've just done a one-time onboarding with us, a few clicks of a screen, it's automatically protected. So all the content has that provenance and lineage built in, all the engagement has the full power of these massive social graphs. This is a massive thing lacking in the NFT marketplace industry today, is there's no social graph, which is why fraud and scams and theft are so easy. We don't try and rebuild a new social graph from scratch. We don't try and do weird things like recreate YouTube comments as the Coinbase NFT marketplace has attempted to do. We use these amazing social graphs that are already in place and add that confidence and that trust and that safety factor to first-time NFT buyers that have read all the scam headlines. They know there's a problem. And now they have a trust rating, red, yellow, green, whether they should even buy this image that may be copy-pasted a minute ago or may be authentic from a creator that's been on Instagram for 5 years. That's the difference with us. And then once you own this content, one-click checkout, impulse purchase pricing, about $20 on average is what we're going to recommend. Same amount of money that people spend on Patreon supporting creators today monthly. So once you own an NFT on our platform, you've got the benefit of having that broad distribution for the creator now transfers to the owner. You've got the biggest liquidity possible, the biggest marketplace possible in the world to see your NFT, to be jealous that you own it and they don't, and to make you an offer to buy it from you if you choose to flip it. And this is all automated. This is all just built into social media, and when there's a transaction, the companion app itself. So let's just show you quickly how easily it works. All we're going to show you here is basically, since everything's automated, creators post, fans engage. If the video ever does start, all it's going to show you is the fact that when you like content, it's a little bit like Tinder. It's a little bit like a game. You simply share, I'm not sure this video is ever going to start, but you simply share, there we go. Just wait, patience. So find some content you like. We're fans of XKCD. Once you like it, pick it, and then you'll see the share sheet on your phone pop up. You select the Click app. When you scroll down, there it is over on the left. Now it's an NFT that's already been pre-minted that you can decide to check out and purchase. Again, you don't need a crypto wallet with us. You can obviously use Apple Pay and traditional fiat payment mechanisms, and we'll talk about alternative options in a second. But once you've done that, the important thing is, as a first-time NFT buyer, you might think this is a scam. And so you're going to ask your friend, particularly your techie friend, what did I just buy? I just bought something with a credit card. Is that even a crypto thing? Do I really even own an NFT? And the reality is you can directly view this on an underlying blockchain explorer. So you'll be able to show your techie friend, here's the actual transaction, here's the wallet address, here's the contract, etc., of the NFT I just bought. Is this legit? And yeah, they'll say yes. And then we take it right to your feed. So pretty straightforward. And again, everything is so automated, it's just that simple. So it's really gamifying. So the key thing here from a business perspective is how do we take advantage of this awesome technology? Because the technology is at best half the answer. So I'm going to introduce you to Project Moad. What is Project Moad? The mother of all airdrops. Because so far, in our wonderful young industry, we've seen some cool airdrops. Sushi, and we've seen, of course, ENS domains, we've seen LooksRare, we've seen a bunch of cool airdrops to maybe a few 100,000 wallets, and certainly half or a third of that users. We really haven't seen airdrops at scale yet. And the benefit, unfortunately, has been a winner-take-all kind of top 1% people, again, in the crypto industry, some of the early whales that have been, quite frankly, lucky in the raffle economy, they're the benefactors of this. It's not the mainstream creators yet, certainly not the retail NFT buyers yet that have benefited from this. So what are we going to do as part of our go-to-market strategy is we're not in the business of taking VC money, giving it to Facebook, to give to data brokers, to give to advertisers, and ultimately, to just pay the jokers in Silicon Valley real estate developers. That's where ultimately VC money ends up through this ad economy. No, we're going to bribe our users legally. We're going to give the money to our users, give the wealth, make our users shareholders and stakeholders in our economy, stakeholders in the small creators they choose to support, not just the massive ones. We level that playing field. But that means this mother of all airdrops won't be to hundreds of thousands or mere millions of users. It will be to billions, with a B, of users worldwide. And if you're a creator that's been professionally creating, sometimes unfortunately a slave to the algorithm, as the creator industry knows, posting every Tuesday and Friday content regularly, and you've got 100 fans or 1,000 fans or maybe 10,000 fans if you're a big indie creator, you are on the exact same level playing field as Kim Kardashian. Followers do not matter in the ownership economy. Engaged fans at any scale do. So a reasonable passive income stream, a sustainable passive income stream is what matters, because a long tail of 200 million creators is 199 point something million small creators. That's our market. The big creators with their big entourages and big corporate teams, they're being very well served by a lot of industries and the high end of the current NFT marketplace. They don't need help. The rest of everyone else does need Click. And so your call to action, since now we're building in public, we just launched today, is join our wait list, read the white paper. We're releasing the demo app to people on the wait list that want to give us the earliest possible feedback. And you're going to see us iterate this more and more as we turn on the token economy and as we release this app publicly, because we're selling in fiat as well as crypto. The mother of our airdrops will be staggered globally so that we can be in compliance with local regulations and sales tax regimes and so forth. But we look forward to seeing you on the wait list and joining the Click revolution globally as we do transform. I think we had an example earlier on from James at Pledge. We do transform and change the world by mainstreaming crypto for everyday people and doing it through a fun NFT application. Thank you, and I'll take questions now.